Hi everybody, and welcome to this tutorial on how to use Zapier for automation. In this video, you will learn how to automate repetitive tasks between different applications without any coding. Zapier is a powerful tool that connects your favorite apps and services, allowing you to save time and reduce manual work. By the end of this video, you will know how to create Zaps, use triggers and actions, and explore multi-step automation. To get started with Zapier, go to the Zapier website and create an account. Once you log in, you will see the dashboard, which is the main control panel for all your automation. The dashboard provides a list of your existing Zaps, as well as options to create new ones. A Zap is an automated workflow that consists of a trigger and one or more actions. The trigger is the event that starts the automation, while the action is what Zapier does in response to the trigger. To create a new Zap, click on the Create button. Zapier will ask you to choose a trigger app. A trigger app is the application where the automation begins. For example, if you want to automate email notifications when someone fills out a Google form, you would select Google Forms as the trigger app. After selecting the trigger app, you need to choose a specific trigger event. Each app has different trigger events. For Google Forms, the trigger event could be when a new response is submitted. Once you choose the trigger event, Zapier will ask you to sign into your trigger app to allow access. You will then be asked to select specific settings for the trigger, such as which form to monitor. Once you configure these details, you can test the trigger to make sure Zapier can detect new entries. After setting up the trigger, the next step is to choose an action app. This is the application where something happens as a result of the trigger. If you want to receive an email when a Google form is submitted, you would choose Gmail or another email service as the action app. Once you select the action app, you need to choose a specific action event. This could be sending an email, creating a task, or updating a spreadsheet. After selecting the action event, Zapier will ask you to sign in to the action app to grant access. Then, you will configure the action settings. For example, if the action is to send an email, you need to specify the recipient, subject, and message. You can insert dynamic values from the trigger app, such as the form responses. After configuring the action, you can test it to ensure everything is working correctly. Once the test is successful, your Zap is ready to be turned on. Click the toggle switch to activate the Zap. From this point forward, Zapier will monitor the trigger app for new events and automatically perform the action whenever the trigger occurs. Zapier's code feature allows you to run small snippets of JavaScript or Python within a Zap. This is useful when you need to perform custom logic, calculations, or data transformations that are not possible with standard Zapier actions. The code step can be added between a trigger and an action to modify data before passing it to another app. To use the code feature, add a new step in your Zap and select Code by Zapier as the app. Inside the code editor, Zapier provides input fields where you can pass data from the previous step. You can then write a small script to manipulate or process that data. After running the script, the output is available for use in the next action of the Zap. You can view all your active Zaps in the dashboard and manage them as needed. If you ever need to edit a Zap, you can click on it to make changes. Zapier also allows you to create multi-step Zaps, which involve more than one action. This is useful when you need to automate complex workflows. To create a multi-step Zap, follow the same process as before. But after setting up the first action, click the Add Another Action button. You can add as many actions as needed. For example, if you want to save Google Form responses to a Google Sheet and then send an email notification, you would first add Google Sheets as an action, followed by Gmail as another action. Each action can use data from previous steps, allowing for seamless automation. Another useful feature in Zapier is filters. Filters help you refine when a Zap should run. For example, if you only want to send email notifications when a form response contains a specific keyword, you can add a filter. To add a filter, click the plus button between the trigger and action steps, then select Filter. Zapier will ask you to define conditions based on the data from the trigger. If the condition is met, the Zap continues. If not, it stops. Zapier also has built-in formatting tools under the Format by Zapier app. This allows you to modify text, numbers, and dates before passing them to another app. For example, if you receive a timestamp from a trigger app and need to convert it into a readable date format, you can use a formatter step. To add a formatter, click the plus button and select Format by Zapier. Choose the type of formatting you need, configure the settings, and test the output before continuing. Zapier Paths is another advanced feature that allows conditional branching. This means you can set up different actions based on different conditions. For example, if you receive a form submission and the response is yes, the Zap can send an email to one recipient. If the response is no, it can send an email to a different recipient. Paths work like multiple filters, creating different automation routes within a single Zap. To use Paths, add a new step and choose Paths by Zapier. Define your conditions, then set up separate actions for each path. Zapier also provides a delay feature that allows you to pause automation for a specific amount of time before executing the next action. This is useful when scheduling tasks. For example, if you want to send a follow-up email 1 hour after receiving a form submission, you can add a delay step. To use delay, click the plus button, select Delay by Zapier, and choose how long you want to wait before the next action runs. Another way to enhance automation is by using webhooks, which allow apps to communicate with each other even if they are not directly integrated with Zapier. Webhooks let you send or receive data between different platforms. To use webhooks, add a new action step and select Webhooks by Zapier. Choose whether to send a request or receive data from another service, then configure the settings. Webhooks require some technical knowledge, but they are powerful for custom automation. If you need inspiration or ready-made workflows, Zapier offers a library of pre-made Zaps. You can explore these templates and customize them to fit your needs. To access templates, go to the Zapier homepage, search for an app, and browse the suggested Zaps. Clicking on a template allows you to quickly set up automation without building it from scratch. Zapier also provides an analytics section where you can monitor the performance of your Zaps. This section shows details about successful and failed tasks, helping you troubleshoot issues. If a Zap fails, you can review the error message and adjust the settings accordingly. Common issues include authentication errors, missing fields, or incorrect data formatting. If you encounter a problem, you can check Zapier's Help Center or contact their support team. By using Zapier, you can automate tasks across hundreds of apps, saving time and reducing manual work. Whether you want to manage emails, update spreadsheets, send notifications, or integrate multiple services, Zapier makes it easy to connect different tools and create seamless workflows. Experiment with different Zaps and explore advanced features to improve your productivity.